Here's the golf mental game coaching tip most sports psychologists get wrong. The goal in golf isn't a calm mind. The goal is a committed swing, even while your mind is loud. Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Paul Callaway, and welcome back to this episode of The Champion's Code. If you've ever stood over a shot thinking, don't hit it in the water, don't chunk it, don't miss left, and then, guess what? You did. Then stay with me. Because the biggest blind spot in traditional golf psychology is this: you don't win by suppressing thoughts. You win by accepting them, then choosing one simple focus and executing. I've been noticing that there's a lot of mental game advice being tossed around these days that sounds like clear your mind, stay positive, don't think negative. But Scripture already tells us the mind is active, and the battle is about what we do with those thoughts. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5 says, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Notice it doesn't say, pretend you have no thoughts. It says, capture them. Here's my Champion's Code strategy I coach my golf mental game clients to follow. 1. Name the thought, like, I'm worried about the water on the left. 2. Don't fight it because fighting multiplies it. And 3. Redirect your named thought to your practiced routine. Target, tempo, finish. This is a perfect example of what I write about in my book, Faith on the Fairway, as the success element known as autosuggestion. What you repeatedly say and rehearse becomes your default under pressure. So instead of thinking, don't miss the green to the right, you install a new command. The autosuggestion cue could be, pick the target, commit, finish. In previous The Champion's Code episodes, I've mentioned how, in golf, perhaps more than any other sport, you're given time. And time opens the door to create options. But options can create noise. And noise can create tension. Matthew 5 verse 37 says, let your yes be yes, and your no be no. That's decision clarity. And clarity produces freedom. Most golfers stand over the ball with 6 swing thoughts. Keep my head still. Don't come over the top. Shift my weight. Smooth tempo. Hold my finish. Don't miss right. No wonder the body locks up. From the 13 success principles written about in Faith on the Fairway, that's called decision. Champions decide early, and then they swing. The Champion's Code rule is one shot, one target, one feel. But here's the trap. You can hit the hero shot, but should you? Luke 14 verse 28 says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost? That's strategy. That's wisdom under pressure. Faith isn't recklessness. Faith is trust plus obedience. And from Faith on the Fairway, this is organized planning. Your plan is what protects you when adrenaline hits. Here's my Champion's Code simple pressure filter you can use next time you play. Ask yourself, what's the safest target? What's the simplest shot shape? What's the miss I can live with? Then commit. Mastery isn't perfect positivity. It's performing on purpose, regardless of what your mind is saying. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. A sound mind isn't an empty mind. It's a directed mind. Here are 3 steps I'm suggesting if you want a step-by-step system to install this into your game. 1. Join my Golf State of Mind 8-week online course, where we build your personal mental game routine, pressure plan, and faith-anchored performance habits. 2. Grab my book, Faith on the Fairway, and start applying the 13 success principles directly to your rounds. And 3. Schedule a complimentary 30-minute strategy session with me, and we'll map out the best golf mental game action plan for your specific needs. I'll leave the links for all 3 steps in the description below, because you don't need a quieter mind. You need a stronger code. This is Dr. Paul Callaway. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you back here again for the next episode of The Champion's Code.